Welcome to Mary Ann's Alaska Kitchen. Today I'm going to be making some chicken tortilla soup, a Mexican dish that you get in a lot of good Mexican restaurants. It's so delicious, so savory, just fantastic. And then I'm going to add a lot of really good toppings that are going to make it amazing, that you don't usually get in the Mexican restaurant. So I'm going to put in about 3 tablespoons of olive oil because I've got a lot of chicken and a lot of veggies here to cook. I'm going to start with a medium onion, and that goes. I'm going to start sauteing it with some taco spice, which is McCormick. I buy it in the big container, but any taco seasoning that you like, I'm going to put in about 2 tablespoons. And that gets seasoning not only the vegetables, but it gets the chicken as well. So that's just my onions with the taco spice. I'm going to add in some garlic. Turn it down to medium-low. So that's just onions, garlic, and olive oil with 3 tablespoons of taco spice or taco seasoning. And that looks great. Now I'm going to throw in my meat, which is 2 chicken breasts. That I have cubed. I'm going to turn it back up to medium high so we get a little bit of searing going on that meat, but it's not going to sear a whole lot. That's not really a goal so much in this soup. And once I've done that, I'm going to add some chicken stock. About 2 tablespoons of chicken stock. This is going to make a big pot, and I'm going to freeze half of it for eating later. That's why I'm making this much. Get that base mixed in really well to the chicken and to the onions and garlic and the taco seasoning. I'm also going to add another teaspoon of just plain cumin. Now, taco seasoning has cumin in it, but I'm going to put more cumin in it because it just tastes good. And I'm going to let that cook until the chicken is all cooked. I'm not showing any pink in it anymore. Most of the rest of the ingredients are right here. This is a simple soup, but it's incredibly flavorful. So I've got 2 cans of tomato sauce. I've got about 3/4 of a bunch of cilantro chopped. 2 avocados, which are going to be toppings. And so is the lime, so is the cilantro. Well, so is the avocados, and so is the cilantro. I'm going to squeeze that lime into the soup. And then I've got 5 corn tortillas that I have cut into strips. I'm going to fry them, and they are going to go on the top of the soup with some cheese. And then I've got sour cream as an additional optional topping. chicken's looking like it's mostly cooked, and it's gonna make up for any that it's not cooked once I throw in this 2 cans of tomato sauce. I'm gonna fill these up with water and get the rest of the tomato sauce out, and to form the soup base. Because this is a soup, it's not a casserole. So I'm gonna add, I think, 1.5 cans more water. So that's a total of 3.5 cans of water from the tomato sauce. I'm gonna mix that up with all those other delicious ingredients. And left alone, this would be a fantastic soup all by itself. But at the end of cooking, I'm going to squeeze that lime in so it doesn't lose its flavor, freshness. And then we have toppings, which is going to be the avocado, the cilantro, and the crispy corn tortilla strips, which I'm going to fry in some oil right now. So we're going to move over to that. This is going to be a shallow fry, so I have probably about 1/4 or a little more than 1/4 of an inch of oil. I'm going to get that up to heat, and then I'm just going to throw my corn tortillas in there. You can do flour too, those are delicious, but I'm going to do corn this time. A good way of testing your oil, once you start seeing it shimmer a little bit, is to drop in a strip and see if it instantly starts bubbling. And that is instantly bubbling. So I'm going to start dropping in my tortilla strips. I'm going to do this by the handful. I'm going to try and separate them as they're going in. And as you can see, they are starting to bubble right away. This is what we want to see. And when we see them turn golden brown, we'll flip them over for a few seconds and then take them out. So I'm just going to stir them around, making sure they're getting flipped. And it should only be probably about 30 seconds before these things are crispy and ready to go. And you just leave them out and use them as a topping on your soup. So these are perfect. I don't want them to get too brown, but I do want them to get brown, like what you'd see a tortilla chip in the store. And that's what we've got. So I'm going to take them out. I'm going to give them a little sprinkle of salt, and then I'm going to start another batch. Warning on these can end up being eaten before they make it to your soup, so just be careful. So there's our chips done. Those are going to go on the very top of the soup at the last minute so that they still have texture and crunchiness. So our soup is done. I'm going to put in the avocados. These will freeze with probably half of this soup is going to go in the freezer. And they will be delicious. I'm going to break them out and make them into soup again. Blend that up. And now I'm going to squeeze 3/4 of a lime. This is one of those soups I just look forward to eating so much. It's so good. It's delicious. And I'm going to put in my cilantro. So that's basically a whole bunch, including the stems. Don't leave the stems out. The stems are tender and they're really flavorful. So get those stems into your soup. And mix that all together and boil up. Look how good that looks. Oh my gosh. On top of that is going to go those crispy shells and some sour cream if you want it. Yeah, crisps. Can't skip those. Those are amazing.
Mm-hmm.
They add texture and flavor.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's good. Yeah, it's delicious.
I think the lime and the cilantro is really what makes it like special.
So thanks for visiting Marianne's Alaska Kitchen. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe if you like what you see. And hit the comments. I'd love to chat back with you. And we'll see you next time.